I just want to say bring the tablet. You said bring the tablet. Yes.
Yes, I just realized the new style founding. This is quiet. We stuck. Yeah. All right, little disclaimer on the screen here. So we're broadcasting this live, so just be aware that if you're in the office with us physically, hello people online, but if you're physically with us today, you could be on a live stream, so we're in Google's office, so we're obliged to put this disclaimer in case anything happens. So please, if your ringtones are music that's copyrighted, you can be taken action on, so just careful, mute your phones. Very strict, very strict, very strict. So welcome to Alpha Startups Demo Day. Thank you so much for being here, our partners. We've got MDAG, Meranti, you got Digital Penang, you got Work, you got Google, of course, that's hosting us here today. Thank you so much for having us here today, and we're really happy for this particular occasion. I'm always super excited when we have demo days, watching demo days, being in demo days. I live for this. So the whole reason why we created Alpha Startups like close to a decade ago was just seeing that a lot of startups, when they started pitching to us, didn't pitch so well. They didn't know what to say. I mean, you know, we weren't taught this in school. So there was a lot of basics that were kind of missing in the market. So we thought it would be great to have some kind of education-like program where we can understand your business, understand you, but also educate you at the same time on how should you pitch your first check. So that's what Alpha Startups was primarily about. Not so much about your just an idea PowerPoint presentation or you had an MVP, already had some kind of customers, but it was your first foray into getting into the capital raising game itself. And we were going to hold your hand and walk you through the process of understanding how to understand your customers, how to understand investors, how to work with them, what's a cap table, what's a term sheet, and all that stuff in between was something that we wanted to guide you with if we see you fit to basically take that journey with us. So it was practically a 4-week interview process. It was, I think this time it was about a 6-week process. So I hope you guys enjoyed that journey with us, and this is how it culminates towards the end, right? A demo day where you get to showcase what you've been working on, sharing it with your family, with friends, with investors, with business partners. And we have I don't know how many people online, but we have people online also. And then we're going to do something really interesting with them and the people in the crowd here today. So a little bit about us. If you've never heard of us, we call 1337, not 13,037 or 1,337. But we like to call ourselves LEET, L-E-E-T, LEET. This is the code where we are geeks. Numbers are alphabets, LEET being the best in the industry, right? So that's our ethos itself. That if you cannot understand what 1337 is, we won't invest in you. No, I'm just kidding. But basically, we try and find the best in everything. So we're very agnostic in an accelerator, although we're quite heavy sometimes on fintech. But we have investments in a power plant factory. We have investments in a farm. We have investments in anything you can think of. If you're great, the latest one being a satellite company, we'll invest in you and we'll help you basically realize your dreams of growing it into an amazing company. Unicorns, minicorn, who gives a shit? But you're going to build an amazing company. That's the one thing that's most important itself, right? Focus on your customers, focus on the business. Everything else comes naturally if you have something that's done properly. And that's what we want to educate people about. So this particular batch, we had over 100 people apply, 26 people got shortlisted. We had 10 finalists. One dropped out because, good reason, they raised capital. They raised capital before we got to write a check. Good for them, bad for me, too bad. So we've got 9 now. That means you get to have dinner faster. So it's pretty cool. And they all went through the journey with us for the last 6 weeks. So these are the 9 companies that basically will be pitching. It's across very different things. The only thing I want to maybe highlight is it's nice to see that as we've been doing this year after year, we're starting to see a lot more product-centric companies than service-oriented based companies. And I think that's the biggest shift to be seen in this specific batch. I think the batch applications itself, we had over 50 to 60% that was product-oriented. That means ready to scale, not just regionally, but globally by default, because it's a software as a service kind of model itself. So that was basically nice to see in this particular cohort. And for the people watching itself, if you want to get in the program, instead of just waiting when we run a batch, and we run a batch pretty much every quarter, we've been starting this particular program also online. So it's called Alpha Startups Online. You can hit to that link, and you can join the accelerator any point of time. So if you want to learn how to start up, I'm speaking to you that's listening online, you can basically join this, and we have over 2,000 people going through this course at any point of times. And when they do that, they can still have the ability to come to us directly and pitch to us. We have a session called Pitch Tuesdays, which happen on Tuesdays, where we basically listen to your idea, and maybe we'll directly invest in you. If we think you're not ready yet, then we kind of put you into the next available program. Eventually, we maintain this database called moruku.com because, I'm Indian, so why not? But basically, it was a listing that we did before anyone else did a listing in this country. But basically, you could find any startup that's worth knowing about on this platform. That means we vet them, we call them, we make sure they exist, and there's over 1,000 based Malaysian startups on this list. So go through the program, then we put you on this platform to be discovered. Because if you know us, you would have seen that we run a lot of programs. Alpha Startups runs at least 4 times a year. And then with FWD, we run an accelerator with them at least twice a year. And then we've got so much more in between. Next week is our demo day with RHB. And this is how we discover the talent, right? They come through these programs, they come through this listing, and we connect you with the corporates today that want to innovate. They don't have the capacity, don't have the capabilities, they don't have the money, but they have the access. And that's more important to a startup. Get access, get distribution, go to market, money will come, right? That's basically the principle what we work beyond Muruku.com itself. So if you're listening on, you're trying to get yourself discovered, get on this platform, you're trying to find a VC, we have a listing of over 130 VCs that are in Malaysia or invest into Malaysia, all on this platform, all the latest grants are on this platform. This is the only platform you need to know if you're trying to build a startup in this country itself. So again, welcome to Demo Day. Before we start, I'd love to thank Google for basically hosting us today. So I'm going to call upon one of their partners that's going to talk about one of the most important things that startup today needs, access to infrastructure, which is cloud. So put your hands together. Welcome, Lester from CloudMile. That's going to tell you a little bit about the Google Cloud. I'll hand this off to you. You can have this mic.
Thank you, Mike. Wow, you made a very fascinating opening, right? So I'm quite sure the crowd is geared up. I'm just going to take a little bit of time to just introduce us, who we are, and how can we help startups yourself embrace the power of Google Cloud and Google technology and ecosystem to help you jumpstart your journey. Now, a little bit. Wrong direction though. Yeah, a little bit of ourselves, right? Who we are, and what does CloudMile do? Basically, we are a startup ourselves as well, right? We were founded 6 years ago in Taiwan, and today, after 6 years, we are in Series C. And we basically use the power of Google technology to run our business. But our business model is a bit different. We're not innovative, but we are bringing the Google technology to serve our clients. Oh, I have to be here, right? I have to? Oh, yeah, the business part, sorry. I used to walk around. So if you can see, over 6 years, our business surrounds Google business. We have now branched out to 7 countries across Asia Pacific. Malaysia being a strategic nation because, and moving in the near future, we are setting up our Center of Excellence for Google technology here. And it's happening in November this year, right? We have 800 customers over 6 years, and you can see all the certifications that we have, right? Ever since we entered Malaysia in the year 2021, from Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, and then we have branched out to Indonesia and Philippines since, right? Ever since we entered in the Malaysia market, we have been awarded by Google all the prestigious awards year by year without fail. Right? Because why? Our business surrounds 99.9% Google. We don't do anything else but Google. So you see the team here, my team behind, even the way we dress, the way we look is very googly, right? So that's one part of working with Google, right? You get to be very googly. And you want to know what's googly, you can Google the word googliness. They actually have a description. They actually have an actual word that describes what's that. So yeah, we've been, so that's where we are. Recently, we have just won the Malaysia Technology Excellence Award for the cloud category in Malaysia for 2023. And that happened just Monday. Now, this is some challenges that we see that startups will face, right? In your journey, right? You need to be fast, speed, right? Time to market, right? It's quite difficult to achieve, right? A lot of times, right? If you don't have the right partner and technology, you have your data may be hard to access. How to analyze your data and use it to your advantage so they can make decisions faster, quicker, and so on. And last, while doing those things, how do you keep your cost low because you are in a bootstrapping stage, right? And most importantly, you have a very nimble team and there's a lot to accomplish, you know. So how do I do that? How do I do more with minimal, right? And why partner with Google? You know, I want, but I addressed all the concerns earlier. Right, Google will be able to provide you the speed to market, right? With cloud technology, you don't need to own infrastructure. You don't need to invest on hardware, software, and stuff. Right? There's a lot of services on Google Cloud that you can spin off, you know, for your core systems, for your developers to test on Kubernetes engines. There's AI pre-trained models, etc., that you can already use. But the question is, how do I know how to use? That's where a partner like us will come in to guide you, right? We will be able to tell you, point you to the best practice, what to use, how to use for your specific business or your ideation, right? Second is intelligence, right? As we all know, Google has always been branded as the data company, and you know, all the wow factors, crazy stuff, Google can do it, right? So Google has a lot of intelligence when using their platform. They have search engine, they have maps, they have YouTubes and so on. So there are a lot of data source, data intelligence items that you can really leverage on Google to use. And they have a very good query engine called BQ that you can do a lot of data analytics for you at the speed of a split second. Now, having said those things, of course, it gives you tremendous savings because when we use Google technology, you don't pay CapEx. What you do is that you pay as you go. Whatever you use, they will charge you accordingly. If you don't use, there will be no charges, right? So you can just have the Google tech at your fingertip as and when you want to do it, as and when you want to develop something, you just use it, right? So yeah, your cost is definitely controllable and affordable, right? Last but not least, again, I mentioned all those. Very importantly, the Google ecosystem doesn't come with Google and you, because if you say, I want to work with Google, right? But Google is so big and then, there's so many startups here. I don't think Google can address everyone. That's where a growth partner in between like CloudMile is very important. We are here to work with Google to help you be successful, right? So there's a few reasons why we want the startups to embrace the Google technology. And not only that, you get to look cool as well, right? Like Google it, right? Now, I think this is a very important slide. You may think I have a lot of hyperscalers out there, right? I have Amazon, I have AWS, I have Huawei, Ali. I have so many hyperscalers to choose from. Why do I want to partner with Google, right? This is a big picture that many people doesn't see from beginning. I like to share this. Partnering with Google gives you a one Google journey, right? Imagine not only the technology part. If you talk about the cloud technology, Amazon, Microsoft has it. But now, what's beyond that? Assuming if I come to a stage, I wanted to be able to promote my branding. I can tie with Google Chrome search engine to promote your company name, to uplift your search when people type in keywords. I can even partner with Google for YouTube advertisements and so on, right? If I need to have my solution needs geolocation, geofencing tagging, that's Google Maps, etc., etc. And you have a whole series of ecosystem here, which will bring you from the tech part all the way to promoting your company and even helping you to sell your product or solutions. Example, you have a very good app and you wanted it to be posted, on Play Store or Android. Who owns them? Google's own Android, right? So that is the whole journey that why Google is a very good fit to support startups. Right? And it's all happening around the globe. So now we just want to put it to the Malaysia startup team that, Google is the wise choice, not only from tech part, all the way to help you market and branding perspective. Okay, this will be my last, and you may think, okay, what is CloudMile in this equation, right? That's all Google tech. So in CloudMile here, what we do is that we are able to help you do advisory, point you best practice directions, how to optimize your cloud spend load so you don't over provision and consume too much of cost, right? We have in-country setup, 24/7 support is here, warm body is here. We don't do it out of Malaysia. So if you want to see us in person, please feel free. We have an office in Mid Valley, or we can come to see you, right? Just remember to buy us a happy hour drink after the service, right? we do provide you a cloud management platform if you work with us to be able to do your self-service support, to be able to do your billing comparison, to be able to see what are your consumption use with dashboards and so on, right? And last but not least, sometimes if you need bootstrapping stage, you sign up with Google over a credit card online, you get billed the amount. But sometimes we help certain startups. We do share certain discount from our side, our margins to the partners as well, to the startup, to help you guys do bootstrapping. Right, so that's what we value add in terms of this whole Google equation. And you can see this picture, right? You're in the middle, in between. So we sandwich you, right, between Google and CloudMile, and that's where we make you successful together, right? Okay, and here is the startup program that Google and CloudMile has put together. I just want to quickly brief this. I think my team has some flyers. They can give it out to the floor later with more details. So there's 2 tiers of program for startups within Google and CloudMile. One is the start tier program where you can immediately enjoy a certain amount of Google Cloud credits to training labs and so on. And if you are not a Google Workspace user, we will be able to give you a 1-year free usage of Google Workspace as startups with the new domain, right? And a lot of other perks here, right? And Google Maps geofencing API calling for $200 per month without charge, right? That's nothing, no boundary. If you're a startup, you can just apply immediately. Scan the QR code, put in your details. We will be contacting you. We will guide you how to apply this, right? No strings attached. Immediately, we want to start up helping you, right? The next one is a scale tier. Scale tier, if you are in a stage, I'm not sure anyone here is in that stage, apart from the one that didn't have a chance to allow you to write a check, the number 10, right? If you are already VC funded in Series A, there will be a scale tier program, which we will be giving you a lot more investment. Basically, the highlight is that we will be investing 100,000 US credits for you to use on Google Cloud for year 1, and there's another year 2 continuity, right? And then the rest of the features are all that you can attend to the labs, training, etc., etc. And same thing for the workspace usage. So these 2 tiers are already available. I said, scan here, pull in the details. If you need it, we'll contact you and we'll guide you how to apply for this. Remember, the start tier is no strings attached, right? There will be nothing say, we give you this support and stuff, then we want something back from you. No, there's nothing. We just purely invest to support startups. So I just leave here. That'll be my last slide, right? Hope I'm not taking too long. Any questions will be around myself and my team. You can see the guys in Google Cloud t-shirt or Cloud Mile t-shirt, or those look very googly, will be the team from Cloud Mile and Google, right? Okay, thank you everyone. I'm excited to see the upcoming 9, demos and stuff. So yeah, have a good one.
All right, thanks. All right, so just another note. So for startups listening or startups in the hall, if you are an AI-based startup, what Google does is they give you additional perks. It can go up to 250,000 US dollars worth of credits to basically use for processing of your needs itself. So yeah, welcome back to Demo Day. I want to introduce our judges today. So we have some very unique faces that you don't see at Demo Days. First off, I want to introduce the Gokula. You want to say hi? Sit down and say hi.
Hi everyone, my name is Gokula. I'm founder and CEO of Verkle. We are a neobank focused on building banking and financial literacy for children in Southeast Asia. And we are also an Alpha Startups alumni.
Yeah, so he started, 2 years ago during the pandemic batch online, now worth a hell of a lot of money. So thank you for making me rich. Next up, we've got Frida. You want to tell them what you do? Everyone heard of your voice, I'm sure.
Hi, Frida. Work in BFM. But basically, I do a lot of asking questions. So I've always wondered what happens in a demo day. I always get him to give me all these people that's gone through, and I was like, okay, actually, what happened? So I'm very interested and very intrigued just to find out a bit more and ask the tough questions. The tough questions. All right, so get ready. Okay.
Yeah. So usually Frida's sitting there, she's the MC, and today we decided to trade roles. I will be MC for the day. I thought it'd be very evil if I call her to be MC for this event. You sit down there and enjoy judging people's future. So she's going to experience it from the other angle itself. But, she's being modest now. She's been looking into things like design thinking, consulting, and she wants to learn how the other side of the business works. So congrats. Welcome to our club. The other thing that we're going to do soon is, if you're taking photos, you're talking about us, I hope you are, you should do this, always be selling. Tag us along with it, tag along, these are socials. But the one we're trying to do different is, instead of just having Gokula and Frida be judges, and of course I'm a judge also, I want everyone in this room and everyone at home or wherever you are watching to also be a judge. So this is what we're doing different for the first time, right? So if you scan this QR code, you can judge live with us. So as the teams pitch, you get to pick the name of the startup that you're judging for. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, and rank them. This will go towards a crowd favorite and maybe skew our decision on who we invest. But we want to learn from you, and we also want to see how the crowd reacts to these brands. What do they have affinity with? What do they just downright hate? We can be brutally honest. Startups have thick faces. They will take it with pride, whatever you basically tell them. So scan this. We will show this code after every pitch, very American Idolish. So basically, do vote along with us. We don't charge you when you basically vote, so that's the only difference. So this is the agenda of teams being pitching itself. You can follow along on the guiding on judging sheet. It's in order. So we're going to see about 5 startups first, then have a little tea break for us here in the physical venue. Those at home, go make yourself a cup of coffee and come back when we're ready. And then we're going to continue on with 4 more teams. And then we'll basically have some closing remarks. You will not find out the winner today because, again, it's not a contest. It's not a pageant. We're deciding their futures for investments. We need to deliberate what you tell us and what we basically have done with you for the last 4 weeks. And then we'll come back next week with that. It will be a press announcement itself. Those in physical location here will have a journey with dinner. Google is gracious enough to sponsor dinner and some booze. No, there's no booze. I'm just kidding. There's just dinner. There is. They don't know online. Okay, so we'll have networking. So do stay till late and we can network with the teams, with the investors. There are a lot of people in here in the hall. They also said they want to invest. So mingle, have fun. And without further ado, let's get the demo day rolled out and call upon the first team.
All right. So now we are going to we are going to go to the first team. So now I'm inviting Beseek to come out on stage and proceed with the pitch.
All right, hello everyone. Does this familiar to you? Look at the browser tabs here. This is what happened when you found interesting article but didn't have enough time to read it all. Nowadays, we are drowning with so much information. While we want to read as much as we can, we tend to have a lot of unread and put it in the read later. All right, and see this, sorry.
Take a breath.
Okay. All right, can you see this is an example article? All right, you can see a lot of pop-ups and ads and cross-reference links. You most probably will abandon reading this article if you cannot get the main idea in 15 seconds. All right, and due to the pop-ups and all the links. Right. Currently, there is no tool that help us go through all our read later easily and quickly. All right. And Beseek helps busy people discover valuable article by sharing bite-sized audio summary to listen in 3 minutes. Okay, this is Beseek. All right. Start your day or take a break to listen to 6 article summary to listen from your personalized daily digest. Right, and save 50 minutes from reading. Right, here how it works. Find your favorite article, copy the link, and paste it into our app. Almost instantly, Beseek will create a bite-sized audio summary for you to listen. This article has been reduced to 1 minute listening, and it can save you 4 minutes from reading. That's an 80% reduction. Let's listen to it.
The Pre-Accelerator will conclude on the 12th of May 2023 with a live demo day at Google Malaysia's office in Axiata Tower, where the startups will present their pitches to investors.
All right. So, compared to our competitors, our key differentiator on the 3 minutes length, right? You are not limited to the content available on the platform, right? With our audio summary tool, you can convert any article into bite-sized summaries. From your any favorite articles, right? And Beseek helps you to vet article that worthwhile to read more, and helps you helps to bring traffic to the original publisher. We are marketing to online communities that have a shared common interest to the content currently available on Beseek. We are targeting to 400,000 article readers that subscribe to premium news subscriber. Our obtainable market is more than 63 million ringgit in revenue. This is our roadmap. We just launched our web application and we release a Google Chrome extension in the coming days. In the next 6 months, we'll introduce premium subscription and integration and summarize other content. So our team, so I'm the business and technology. So Satya is the marketing guy. This is what we're raising for our round. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks for the pitch, Hafiz. So the judges.
Your foray to judging. First question.
Foray to judging, no. So you're looking at any particular market first? When you say you talk about total addressable market, is that any particular area you're looking at?
Yeah, so someone that at least subscribe to premium news subscription, like Mesakini, The Star, those kind of that they already pay behind the paywall.
Right.
This one with targeting.
Okay, so the subscription. All right. Okay.
So you can go behind the paywall because, like, I've got stupidly I pay for HBR and all this stuff, but
Yeah.
I never read any article. So you
Yes.
can read the stuff that I pay for too.
In the coming days, through the Google Chrome extension,
Can you do PDFs?
in the roadmap too. Other one of the others in the next 6 months, other media sources.
So have you validated your subscription plan with users?
Means yeah.
15 ringgit.
Yeah, we have tested the pricing and some of the features that we tend to put in the premium plans. Yeah, so it will be most like a power user that you need extra features or premium content, like content behind the paywall, for example, or exclusive content that we work with publisher. So the free users who maybe only on the publicly available articles, the premium plan will enable lock certain premium content.
So you'll be a freemium model,
Premium model, yes.
and it'll come with an app.
Yes, in an app.
Okay.
The app, web, and extension.
Okay. Maybe something you might want to consider. I think this is really great. But something you want to consider is one thing that we all do
All right.
when we see ads of the next best restaurant in Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing we do is we share it to our own WhatsApp, right?
Yep.
And we never find it.
Yeah.
Maybe if you can convert this and add a general share and categorize my favorite links and things
Okay.
I want to refer to later.
Yeah, like a collection, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, we're thinking about that, like a collection of articles, perhaps that you have.
Articles or bookmarks,
Yeah.
which most of the time we send to ourselves on
Mhm.
WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might be something
Mhm.
I might be willing to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good idea.
So what stops the platforms like the Star and the Edge or BFM to kind of just do this on their own? Would they?
Yeah, we have our own algorithm that because this is not just converting exact article into audio. There has a summarization component there. So we have a specific algorithm how to summarize lengthy or short or like medium size articles.
They don't know how to do it.
They may do slightly different than us. We have a unique way of doing that.
Okay, no, because I'm just looking at this. It's a great service, and it's come to the point for me anyway
Mhm.
that I don't even read anymore, right? So
Yeah.
that's why it's like, so I get it,
Mhm.
but to the point that are you going to then just look at the people who are trying to convert me into reading? Because I see this list and I'm just like completely, I got no time for this. So you're trying to work towards converting someone like me to actually now subscribe.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. You may subscribe like Meshakini, but you didn't read that much.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Right. For monthly subscription, 15 ringgit. I'm just thinking whether I would. Okay.
You're
that's all.
saving 50 minutes per day.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
My demand.
So now we're going to proceed with the next team. So I would like to invite.
Hang on. Okay, so judges, put in your score. And don't forget, people at home, scan your codes and judge along with us. People in the room, please also judge along with us. And people at home, just to note that, we can see the data coming live. So if you're voting for teams that haven't pitched, we will disqualify those votes. People in the room, I know what you're doing. I can see the data in front of me.
Okay. So now we're going to proceed with the next team. So inviting Moses from MyDeliva to proceed with the next speech.
Hi, very good afternoon, everyone. My name is Moses. I am the founder and CEO of MyDeliva. So actually, what is MyDeliva? MyDeliva is an innovative online platform to connect all general trade or hyperlocal local retailers through our advanced technology and data. So there is few problems. So what we do is actually we are concentrating on groceries and small marts actually. So in terms of consumer, there's a lot of problems when we face. So one of it is crowded stores in hypermarket and supermarket. There's long lines we have to wait, and very standard product selections, limited delivery options, or you got to wait quite long to get your items, right? And delivery fees can be quite costly, and you have to travel to the location to get your goods. And pricing is different everywhere. So in terms of general traders, there is some of the issues they are facing. There is no visibilities, no exposure, don't have online support. And don't have supports from delivery companies as well, and distribution, no supports from the brand. So I give you one of the example here. KK Stama is one of the shops, general traders, where a lot of people don't know. They are selling Burger Ramly 50 gram at 580, but Lotus are selling at 620. But do we know there is a cheaper price, cheaper option outright? We don't know, right? Because there's no visibility. This is where MyDeliva is coming in, putting all the stops for it, and give you the visibility and exposure, and become the ultimate quick commerce and solution for hyperlocal businesses. So this is our MVP right now. What we have done, so here you can see KK Star Mart. Here all the other stores you can see around your place, which is 10-kilometer radius. You can search them through the shop's names, or you can search them through the products where you can get your nearby stores, whoever has that products. On top of that, for consumers, only 4 steps away to get your goods to be delivered to your house. So this is the market overview right now. In year 2022, total grocery sale was 78.23 billion. Online grocery sales itself was 27 billion, and in Stapa we are achieving we are going for 7.2 million. What is our strategies? We went to the market physically, so there's no support from. We didn't go to any social medias. We went to the ground, giving leaflets, talking to them, having the customers engagement, posters in apartment, posters in restaurants. So this is what we have achieved. So we only launched it on 1st May. In 11 days, without any social media presence, we have made 19 users and made a revenue of 234 ringgit. So these are the orders that come in. The below one is all testing. The top is all genuine one. So in here, you can see people are buying muttons, crabs, because they know they're cheap. We gave them the options. They gave them the visibility that you can get a cheaper price outside, right? And how we are unique. So here, there's a lot of competitors, a lot of partners here. They are doing almost the same. But what we are trying to do is that we are trying to achieve within 30 minutes. We are a quick commerce here, right? So that's why we are unique by ourselves. So the team, myself, founder, and we have tech teams who are working back in India. So they are one who are upgrading the MVP at the moment. So the ask is 150,000 and with the runway of 1 year. So our future advancement, we want to give stock management system, web-based post system, owners app, and analytics reports. Our vision is that we want to become the largest chain grocery store in Malaysia without owning any grocery stores. Thank you.
Sorry, so delivery is Lala Move?
Okay, so currently our delivery with earlier is we have our own delivery platform, guys. So we don't engage any third party.
Okay.
So while we are expanding, we will partner with Alamo because they have their own demand services. But our future goal is that we will have our own riders so that we can create our geographically the routes so that the deliver can be happen within 10-15 minutes time.
Okay.
Who are your competitors right now? Number one. And number two is on price sensitivity, right? So most today, generally, those who use groceries, they do it for convenience and they're willing to pay the premium for that. Otherwise, they just go to the 99 and buy, right? So who are your focus consumers for this app?
So my main focus will be those people who are, okay, now my first place will be Starbucks. I'm going with the Star Park area first. And on top of that, the market will be those people who are working, like for an example, their PPR flats. So I'm going to that specifics. So what happens is that they have to travel and to get their goods, right? But here we are giving them the conversation, giving them the exposure. So I will share one of the, here, this happened yesterday night. Okay, it's already completed. What happened here is that this guy bought Julie's chocolate biscuit 4 packet. So what we will do is, so once we receive an order, we will call the customer up. We want to upsell. We want them to buy more. So I asked him, why you only buy this product, one product, but 4 boxes? He said he cannot find. So I asked him, why he cannot find? Have you gone to supermarket? Yes, don't have. How many supermarket you went? Only one. So I asked him, did you find any shops beside you? Yes, cannot get. How many shops you went? Only one. So this is what happens in our day-to-day life, right? So we went one shops, you think that we cannot find. There's no products out of stocks. So this is where MyDeliva come in. We will show you there is stocks which your nearby stores, and you can get it immediately.
So who manages the inventory?
Sorry?
How do you get access to the inventory and the pricing? Because groceries pricing is fairly dynamic. It can change on each delivery, right?
Daily, yeah.
So who updates these prices?
So what happened here is that at the moment I update. I myself will update, and as we grow, the shop owners will have this admin portal for themselves. They can update daily, or they can get us to update as well.
Okay.
So by it being hyperlocal, would you eventually go beyond grocery stores so that I want to make sure that I want that local restaurant or local cafe or local mama down my area for my thing, but Grab and all is pretty expensive and they don't have Grab. So would you then also say you provide your service to everything and anything that's orderable online in my vicinity? So true hyperlocal everything.
Yes, our future goal will be one of that. We want to support these hyperlocals and give you the visibilities with a cheaper price, with a cheaper delivery fees. So not only foods, not only groceries, you can even get your spices, herbs, or special items. Even you want to get your pet stuffs. There are nearby shops that can give it to you. We can deliver it to you.
But I can opt to still say just pre-order, walk to the store if it's on my way, and pay cash.
Yes.
So I can do both ways.
So what happened here is that, wait, let me show you. So once this have you even implemented yet? So before you place order, right? So you can see the options to self pickup, delivery immediately, or you want to schedule the delivery. Maybe you will be at home at 6, 7 o'clock. You want that to be at 7 o'clock at shop. You have the options there.
Okay. Do these general trade stores by any chance have some kind of point of sale system, or are they all very much not digitized at all?
They are not digitized at all. I mean, I would say they are digitized in terms of very basic POS system, right? So this is why we are giving the systems all for free actually in our future announcement. So these are all the things that we are giving them for free later part. So what's the most thing that general store needs is that they need a stock management, because their revenue leakage is very high. Because there's no proper system, and people can come in and they don't know whether who's taking it, the staffs or the customers. So with this, they can have the visibility on that. On top of that, there will be a live deduction, which means if we were to sell through online, they know how much stock they have balance. So even if they sell through offline, we still know how many stocks we have balance. So it's a lifetime deduction that we can see.
What has been the most difficult part in trying to implement something like this for you, the journey, whether it's talking to the retailers, or what has been most difficult?
For me, good question. So in terms of difficulties, in terms of getting retailers, it's not an issue for me. I would say, because my experience with business, I was head of sales and business development in Oyo. I was the one who launched Oyo Malaysia for Northern region, and I was with La Paz as well as head of sales. So my main issue will be getting customers. Why is that? Is because with the fund I have, because I'm funding myself and I'm driving Grab and using that money to put it here and working full time. So in terms of my expenditure into marketing, I don't have that much. And here I would just want to share. Where is this? This one was very good 5 minutes before the guard chased me out. Right, because we must have the permission, and also we must pay that money.
So now, if you have all the groceries or rather this general trade stores under you, can you also go to the brand owners and bulk buy for them?
Yes, this is what this is how we're gonna support our vision. Is that we want to become largest chain grocery stores in Malaysia, so without owning any of them. So what happened here is that we will have all the data. What are the groceries that we are selling? What are the products that we are selling? We have the data. We have the demographic data. We have geographic data. So we will go back to the brands and say, see, I'm selling more than anyone else in the market are selling right now. I have the bigger chunk, right? So you give me the best price. So which I will do is that I will sell back to the general trades with a cheaper price. Eventually, we as a consumer will enjoy the cheaper price. Thank you.
So judges, you may fill up the scores now. And online. So now before we proceed with the next team, a little bit of reminder that all the crowd online and over here in the plenary hall, you may share your feedback and read the startups at your pitch. And we can just like scan the QR code to vote or visit the link provided. So now let me invite the next team, Kita. Give a round of applause.
Testing. Okay. Hello. My name is Wei En, and I hope you enjoy my pitch. Okay, can I put this here? Thank you so much. Oh, sorry. Okay. Did you know that Malaysians dump a mind-blowing amount of 200,000 tons of fabric waste a year? In light of that, many people have turned to a more sustainable option, thrifting. However, the current online platforms do not specifically cater to the needs of this community. Hence, we decided to create Kita. And we wanted to know if they wanted the same thing too. And the answer, a big yes. With this, we see the need to connect the thrifting community so that they can easily buy, sell, and social. The differentiator that Kita wants to make here is to allow vendors the freedom to customize their own storefront while being on the marketplace. Imagine a Shopify store, you get your own professional storefront, but instead of being a standalone store, your products get access to a marketplace, just like Zalora. So thrifting is messy, it's spontaneous, it's nothing like retail where you see everything in all sizes and all colors. Thrifting is inconvenient. So it doesn't have to be. Thrift easily with Kita. Find everything in one place in your size, your style, to your likings. So apparel market is huge everywhere. In Malaysia's pie, 4.9% of it goes to second-hand apparel. So Kita sees a potential of obtaining 1.4% of this by year 3. So this translates to 14 million ringgit in market share. But if you ask Kita for our long-term ultimate goal, we see a future where shopping second-hand can be as common as shopping new. So we are testing out various go-to-market strategies, but let me just only highlight a few. So firstly, we will kacau and make friends with our early adopters in the DMs. And digitally, our strength lies in selling sustainability as our brand storytelling. So we'll also be having on-ground thrifting events, such as going to build this community up, such as going to different universities to have monthly events. Okay, so listen up. Why will Kita work? So we are a web app. So as our vendors put their link in bio and then sticker tabs, we are channeling users from Instagram into Kita, leveraging on their word of mouth effect. So we are leveraging on their user base. So we are working with Instagram and not against it. So our revenue stream comes from introducing a premium model with service charge. It starts with a free plan for all, and then we are solving their pain points with 28 ringgit. So in the past, we have made presence in Launch X Textile Uni, also been featured in FMT and Disruptor. So moving on, our first MVP built on WordPress was able to get organic users with a GMV of 3.5 thousand ringgit. So this little bit results is a little bit proof of demand for Kita. And moving on, we will be launching our second MVP soon, and we're also planning for a thrifting event. So further down, we are looking to preparing for making online and offline selling seamless with integrated POS system. So fashion is huge. There's so much more beyond, and this is the beyond that we see: resale and retail, auctioning, rental, South Asia expansion, and so much more. So Kita is looking for growth hacking strategies, but our priority goes out to seeking for those who see the same future in fashion circularity, the same that we do. So behind Kita, there's Kami, I'm Wei En, team lead, and there's Kaiwan and Jajun as as stylists. Okay, it's time we stop and think about the clothes that we wear. Fashion does not have to be in the expense of our planet. Thank you.
I see the pricing thing.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. So okay. So what happens at atas?
At atas, they get to customize their own storefront. So we start with a free plan. So we open the gates for everyone to come in, and then with atas, it's basically we're targeting those vendors that have their own stores and they want to make their stores look pretty. And then they also have those pain points that they told us about, like they want a posting timer so they can post everything at one shot. And then maybe we can allow them to prompt people who entered the item in the cart so they can ping them, hey, you put this in your cart, come on, check out, things like that. And then we'll also invite them to our like thrifting events, marketplaces. Yeah, this list is like not very confirmed, so we can tweak it along the way.
I like the idea, and it's also very scalable. But the question is, who checks quality, and how do you make sure that what's getting put out there actually meets the quality standards that you guys set?
Okay, so we are a marketplace. Currently, we try to look through the items whether it fits the criteria of circular fashion. However, in the long run, since it's a marketplace, we'll allow whatever that is out there to be inside here. So basically, it's like an aggregator for everything.
So then, do you see this going beyond just fashion? Because conceptually, it has a wider reach, right?
Yes. Would you like to elaborate more on what
would you do beyond fashion?
Currently, our focus is on fashion, like accessories, shoes. Yeah. I haven't looked beyond lah. Yeah. The fashion is
You went
actually
like
so huge.
Hangul and old cupboards and China wear, is it? Thrifting for those things. Okay, and there's something there.
Yeah.
So tell me again, how would this be different from someone just going to carousel and putting it in those typical marketplaces?
All right. Okay, we get this question a lot. So Carousel, they have a lot of offerings. They have like tech items, they have fashion, and in different regions, they have different items that sells better. So for them to want to just focus on fashion is not too feasible for them. Besides that, we have a vision that we want to make secondhand fashion as common as retail fashion. So that is the value that we want to bring out, the sustainability factor.
Would you allow people outside of your market to buy from here? I mean, someone from Singapore could buy and thrift in Malaysia, sell it itself. So cross-border?
I think this will be really great in the long run, but currently we are small, so just within the region. Yep.
Okay. And just for the market size, when you say obtainable was 1.4, was that just a random number or why 1.4?
Okay, so let me go to my other slide. 1.4 was derived from a ground-up approach. So that's like the top-down approaches now, but then there's also the ground-up approach. Hold on, I have a lot of slides. Actually, I have a directory that I can link, but like right now, I can't really do that. So we have the business owners, the vendors, and then we have the people who buy pre-loves, and then also we have the okay, this is the top-down apparel marketing, but then there's also the offline thrift store. So what we see by 1.4%, there's a mix of online thrift stores and pre-loves and also offline sellers. So this all comes together to give the 1.4%.
Yeah, because now thrifting has also become an experience, right? People like to go to a thrift store. Now you see the fancy one in Subang, there's like really cool deco, it becomes a hipster place to hang out. So then how does this coexist with that experience?
Okay, so we will integrate like online and offline together seamlessly. So while they can also post their items online, when they check out offline, they tip, and then it also goes into our system. Yeah.
Because the tip system. All right, very good.
Okay, so just back to what Vikesh was saying about, like comparing to Carousel, right? Although that's not their focus, but Carousel can just say, hey, there's, we see a certain segment and just start introducing the element there. They really have the database to work on, right? So what do you do then?
I can, I guess. So sakit hati. But then-
So sometimes you have to do the value play, go into a segment, right? So one of the things that you might want to look at is, today you're talking about thrifts, local marketplaces and stuff. My daughter likes Japanese, everything Japanese. So if you could buy a kimono, even it's pre-love, she would love to, or Korean outfit. So maybe one way you might want to consider, if you want to differentiate yourself with this, is figure out if you can start some cross-border stuff, even if it's small, because there's thrifters everywhere. There's givers everywhere, right? Then maybe with one or two countries that you think Malaysians or Malaysian women like shoes, then you create an edge. Else, you don't have a competitive advantage. The concept is really great, but now you need to create an unfair advantage, and that's very important. Maybe that's something you can look, because I think this is a big part of the future, but the problem is you're competing with marketplaces that has hundreds of millions, or Series B, Series C. The moment they see you are doing well, they would try to say, okay, how can I take it? Because it's local, right?
Okay, enough scaring her.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah,
Found the advice. Thank you very much.
thank you.
All right, judges, you may fill up the scores, and for all the online audiences as well, you may do so. All right, now we're going to proceed with the next team, inviting SAPOT onto the stage for the pitch. Okay, for those that online radios, you can again share your feedback, read the startup and their pitch.
I have been diagnosed with ADHD and bipolar in 2017. Since then, I have been advocating for mental health and have seen all walks of life, from someone who has high stress to someone in the verge of committing suicide. I know I must do something. That is why I'm here. Hi, my name is Fatiha. I'm one of the co-founders for SAPOT, a self-care and social support platform that came to life. Our preventative solutions is created to those in the reacting category. This meaning they are not in the space or thinking harm themselves. According to the Malaysia Mental Health Foundations, the mental issue to the economy of workplace is RM 14.46 billion ringgit Malaysia, or 1% of GDP in 2018. This cost is related to absenteeism, presenteeism, and also staff turnover. According to WHO, for every $1 that has been spent into mental health issue, the return is $4 that equal to healthcare and also productivity. We are targeting to serve for those employees with poor mental health well-being. We got you covered. We have 3 solutions. First is called support warriors. Those who have mental illnesses already recovered, we train them and certify them to become the first accredited peer supporter in Malaysia. They serve emotional support through virtual one-to-one sessions. And then we have support tools and support stories to enhance our solutions. So we know that actually our user is looking for someone that they can relate to. For the past 8 months after we launching our solutions, we know that we already have paying customers and also those who are interested to pay forward for our solutions. Our go-to-market strategy, we have healthcare partners, SME, B2B sales, and social media, which is our support warrior that share their own stories in the public and encourage people to reach out and book a session with us. Currently, we are talking to AI company to implement into our solutions, and also currently preparing for another 2 years for our outside market. We also partnering with Imrock, an organization from UK, for the past research showing that those who have been supported, they feel a positive impact. And also we are currently working with Mentari, a nationwide clinics under MOH. So they are providing a platform for us to support our pilot projects. And we are coming from a supportive ladies from technology, innovations, and business, and also people living with mental health disorder. So we are targeting for 50,000 ringgit, and we are looking for corporate partners and also collaborators. And we hope let's change the landscape of mental health in Malaysia. And thank you for listening.
Thanks, Fatia. Can you just go back to the competitor slide, because that was very fast. Can you just tell us again, how are you different from the ones that we hear of in the market today?
Sorry. Okay. All right. The difference between us and others competitors is actually most of solutions in Malaysia, they are focusing on the treatment side, which means those who have mental disorder. But the difference between us, we are focusing for preventative, which is interventions. So we help those who have poor mental well-being, not in the term of having disorder, but maybe having high stress, overthinking, or having a problem of sleep.
Okay, so that means these people are not so much competitors, but they could be partners, because you can also go in with them and saying, possibly work
We
with
are
them.
completing each other.
Earlier, you said you're working with an AI company. Can you just stress on that again? What does that mean?
Currently, we are talking with few AI companies to integrate AI into our solutions.
To replace the support warriors, which are people with technology?
No. So basically, what we provided is actually two ways. First is communicating through humans, which is our support warrior. And then second, on the same time, we also currently using AI. Maybe we can implement the chat box for those who need 24-hour support.
Okay, right.
How have you been marketing? You've got people coming on. It's not through companies, it's individuals.
Okay, currently we are B2C, so we're promoting through our media socials. And also we also collaborating with Mentari. So Mentari is a mental health care under KKM. So they are the one that promoting also to their clients who needed the services.
Sorry, how much is, when you say affordable, how much is the
Sorry?
affordable? What is the price range?
Okay, the price range is for the trainee is around 40 ringgit and the accredited is around 60 ringgit for per sessions.
Would companies pay for the staff?
We do believe that our focus target is actually SME. And we believe actually currently the rising of awareness to the SME about mental health is increasing. And actually, as I mentioned before this, for every $1 that has been spent, it will return for $4. So I do believe actually SMEs are interested to invest in mental health.
I mean, now we see it's so hard to even get SMEs to spend to go online and do business online. Now they want to improve the mental well-being of the employees. Sounds difficult. Anyone? All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, judges, you may fill up the scores. Meanwhile, for all the online audiences, you may actually join us with the sharing the feedback, read the startup and their pitch as well. All right, now we're going to proceed with the next team. So without further ado, let's invite MoniSetting to join for the pitch.
Hello everyone, my name is Satira and this is my sister Amira Jasmine. We are from MoniSetting, a company that wants to develop better food alternatives to reduce the usage of white sugar. As you can see here, this is the market size of sugar industry and it is worth 3.06 billion and there's about 99 million tons consumption of white sugar per year. Overconsumption of white sugar is the cause of diabetes and there's about 3.9 million diabetic population in Malaysia. And because of that, in 2019, Malaysia government decided to impose sugar tax. And this is the leading rise of the sugar market replacement. Why we are different? We are using stevia. It's a low-calorie natural sweetener, and this does not increase blood sugar level. Other healthy option products in the market has a bitter aftertaste. Our products can mimic the taste of sugar-based products. Our price is also cheaper because stevia is a high-intensity sweetener that is 300 times sweeter than normal sugar. This is our product variety. We have cordials and sweetener dropper, but today we are focusing on our Timmy syrup, which is a cafe syrup that has 4 flavors: classic, hazelnut, caramel, and vanilla. Why cafe syrup? We noticed that there's a growth of cafe chain in Malaysia. We noticed there's a, I'm so sorry. And Malaysia is the largest exporter of Monin syrup sweetener. Yes, and there's about 42.27 billion market for flavor syrup in just year 2022. Oh, sorry. Also, this is the cafe syrups that most cafes are using. There's and all of this is based on white sugar. Okay, this is our go-to-market strategy. We are going to meet with Bass Bear and Zeus Coffee because they have a very strong brand presence. We also would like to go to cafe distributors to talk to them and so they can promote our products to small cafes. Sorry. Okay, these are the growing stores and also the monthly usage per month, which is around 22,700 bottles per month. Okay, this is our roadmap. We won't just stop at Timmy syrup. We are going to local eateries and also hospitals for our cordials and also sweetener. So this is our team. We have a sweetener people from sweetener background and also F&B. Okay, we are asking for 80,000 to kickstart our Timmy syrup project for marketing, halal and operation and also sample certifications. Thank you.
Really good. The question is,
yes,
how do you address the formulation, especially stevia? I mean, stevia exists, right?
Yes.
You can buy that, but stevia is also very strong in taste, right?
Yeah, you can try the samples first. Whether is it? No, this is our coffee.
So this one is
Yes.
the same formulation.
Yes, this is our formulation. Yes, for the cafe syrup.
So how do you take so basically your IP is in getting the crap out of stevia but keeping the sweetener.
Yes.
Hi. I'm the formulator for MoniSetting. My name is Amira. I've been in the sweetener business for more than 10 years. Since I was 16, actually, I've been trying and error with sweeteners industry. My mom is from Kelantan and she's a pre-diabetic actually. So we like sweets, sweets. Yeah. In Malaysia, especially teh tarik. So I understand the issue of diabetes and health issues. That's why we create this brand to not just create cafe syrup, but we in the future believe that every product that is full of sugar can be sweet but healthier.
Yeah, so explain how is it healthier because it's still sweet. Like first serving, this what you serve this, yours versus this with white sugar. What is the difference in the calories? What was the number?
Okay. Yes. So the difference is, of course, this is the calories, but this is only for per serving in their suggestion. They are pumping at least twice the amount that they're actually supposed to use.
Okay, so that means if I use brand X, it'll be 100 calories.
Yes.
But yours will be 70. So
Yes.
it's okay, 30%. Oh.
So this is the calorie might be not big of difference here, but it will be much difference in the actual use in the cafe because they use a lot more than this is not the real amount. This is on the packaging amount.
Your cordials will be then drastic difference. Which
Yes, yes.
cordial syrup versus your syrup.
This won't be finalized. We will always will try to innovate and reformulate a better formula in the future.
So
With
typical syrup, 5 I make for Hari Raya with my cordial. How many calories is that versus
Okay,
yours?
for the cordials, ours is only 15 calorie, but outside you is around 100 calories. So you can save it there, yeah.
So focus is B2B for now, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Malaysia is enough of a market since we're the largest exporter.
You must get halal certification.
Yes.
for this.
yes, it is necessary for us to get the halal to penetrate this F&B.
And if you want to sell it outside of Malaysia, what do you need?
GMP.
Yeah.
And HACCP.
Yes.
But has to you anyway have to get if you're going to manufacture.
Yeah.
That's the bread and butter.
So,
But I think what you need to do is from a medical point of view.
yes.
Stevia, whether you can get it medically certified for it.
Oh yeah, it is. Can you SFDA?
Oh yes, it is USDA proof, as well as we don't keep a sweetener. We're not just a stevia company. We believe in it, and there's a new sweetener that comes around. We will try our best to formulate according to accessibility, price, and also flavor.
Is there any downsides? Like if I take excessive of this, what happens?
Anything that's taking.
What means me? If I down that bottle, what happens?
In the toilet because there is a sorbitol, which is a sugar alcohol.
It's a laxative effect, right? So that's the effect of stevia. All right.
Not stevia, sugar alcohol.
Sugar alcohol.
So you might want to run some tests on that to have your own internal benchmark.
Yeah.
How much before you run to the toilet? So that price is now when you say 80,000 includes possibly the certification for export too? Or no, or that's only halal for local?
This is only for startup, for locals. If we sign an exclusive agreement with one of the bigger chain store, then we need another extra money to produce that. We don't produce it ourselves. We are doing OEM, so it's cheaper than owning your own factory. Yeah.
How long is the sales cycle to close, let's say, a chain of coffee? I mean, you haven't done it yet, but what do you think it'll take?
I think the payment term is around 3 months, right? Yeah, 3 months or maybe 1 month. You can talk to the big chains because we are selling cheaper than other sweeteners.
So if you go to Zeus or Bass Bear, are they coming to you? Will they switch because it's just cheaper?
Yes, they will.
So there's no loyalty in the
There's
brand.
no loyalty because ours. Have you tasted right? You don't taste the bitterness, right?
Yeah.
It's just similar to the local. I mean the popular syrup. Yeah, cafe syrups.
They want to promote this as a healthier alternative.
Yes, yeah, they can.
that one will be depending on the brands, because not necessarily people want to know that they're eating healthier. Honestly, if you know there's a certain ice cream brand where
I mean, if you're going to Bus Bear, I doubt you're saying you have a healthy life. Hey, this is live. I couldn't say stuff I could get steam for. Holy smokes. I take that back. It's healthy coffee. I love it. I love it. Bus Bear for life.
in Malaysia, I think taste is number one. So yeah.
And I think that you do see all these little places where they say, oh, the option of less sugar. I think people are more conscious of less sugar and people are asking for it. So the samples are actually to be given to all these places for them to try. Yes. Samples, not samples. Can also, depending on which part of the world you come from, not samples. But okay. Oh, I had another question. See, you disrupted me. The name, the logic of your company name, the thing. Yeah,
very sweet. Yeah.
No, so back to the business. If there's no loyalty in Bus Bear, which I love so much, can somebody else just recreate this and then go back to them and say, mine's even cheaper? There's a price war?
Oh, we as you can see, we are patenting our formulation.
Okay, so nobody else can figure this out. Only you. What's up?
So like the mindset of most formulators, where they are stuck to only one sweetener, and they don't want to mix it up. That will be the issue for them.
And you said there's an option to go to particle form. What do you call that? Like
Yeah, we can use the
powder.
Yeah. That we do have a friend of that technology.
Sell alternative sugar in crystals that I can make in coffee.
We can sell any type of product.
So this is one form factor that you're looking at because you're doing B2B to the beverage industry.
So we plan in the future, maybe in the next 5-10 years, to not only do other household products such as we have cordials, ketchup, chili sauce has a lot of sugar. Ketchup manis.
Okay. No, I understand that. So one thing you said that is quite scary, right? So just remember, right? In this kind of industry, and if you're coming here and pitching for funding, and you see yourself as a startup, you don't have 10 years, right? If you have something good, you need to just raise money and run. As you can see things getting better, you need more money. You're going to raise more money.
80,000 first. 80,000.
Yeah, because in 5-10 years, something else will come up, right?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Tea break now. We got tea time after this.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for the wonderful pitch. And judges, you may. Okay, the judges, you may fill up the form and do the scoring.
We voted while we were laughing. So that
Okay, so now we are going to proceed with the next agenda. Now we are going to be on the break. Sorry. All right. So while waiting for the break, all those online audiences, you may again, let me remind you to share your feedback and read the startup and their pitch. And for all the physical audiences right now in the room, you may go out there and then get the refreshment. The tea, coffee is already prepared outside. So we'll get back here at 4 and we're going to have the 15-minute break now.
All right. Thank you, people online. See you soon.
Yes, so sorry.
Next week. I'm very sorry next week because I'm she's young. So I am quite
I'll get it. Sure, I'll get it.
Oh,
just make sure Okay, let's go.
Oh, the wrong. I'll see you guys. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay.
Yes. All right, let's get back to our seats so we can begin next pitch. Start now, bro.
Water, right? You have water down.
Water downstairs.
No, for them.
Oh, for them. Sorry.
Now that it's
All right. So we are going to continue with the pitch. So hopefully everyone can take a seat and we'll continue with the proceedings. So inviting for the next pitch, welcoming Oda to the stage.
Hey guys, did you know that about 80% small retail shop in Malaysia did not have a POS system? And most of them are pops and mom shop. This inspired us to build a tools and a platform to help them. We called it Oda POS Marketplace. We started our journey back in September last year as a distributor for FMCG, serving more than 400 merchants in KL, Selangor, and Negeri Sembilan. Most of the small retail shop has a very low traffic and visibility, lack of tools, and facing tough competition from online seller. And consumer waste a lot of time visiting multiple stores to find common retail products, compare price, and check stock availability. Oda POS is a tool for merchant. It will automatically list all their products onto Oda Marketplace. And Oda Marketplace is for consumers. It has a map showing nearby merchant, making it easier for consumer to find and buy product. With Oda POS, it will help merchants to reach more customers and increase their sales and revenue. And now, consumers are able to find common retail product easier using Oda Marketplace. According to DOSM, there are more than 700,000 micro SMEs in Malaysia, and we aim to get at least 25% of them to use Oda POS. And our first target is retail store. Our subscription base is for merchants starting from 49 ringgit per month, and we have a visual assistance service to help merchants remotely starting from 150 ringgit per month, and a commission base for online transaction. Our go-to-market strategies is to convert our current existing merchant to use Oda POS and partnership with government agencies to acquire more merchant and to expand our offline sales team. We offer more values and a better ecosystem compared to our competitors. This is our 18 months roadmap, which is we are focusing on building a complete POS solution to help all sizes of businesses. Oda was founded by a team of experts experienced more than 10 years in supply chain management, logistics and operations, finance and digital ICT. That's all, thank you.
Can you show the comparisons with, yeah. So your differentiation with Slurp or StoreHub is really having the marketplace of SMEs, is it?
Correct. Basically, they have an e-commerce that hosts for this individual company. It's not put together in the one place like Lazada or Shopee.
Okay. So each local store will have their own.
No, they would all put together in one marketplace, same like Shopee or Lazada.
Okay.
You mean for our merchant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have a POS app separate, and then the marketplace option is there if you want to list it.
So merchant is one of our users, and then consumer is another type of users. So we tie up with the merchants, and they are able to sell online through the marketplace automatically. While running their business as usual, they have a potential from online customer.
Okay, but StoreHub did that also, right?
Right, but they built the web e-commerce for that company. For example, if a merchant's kedai runcit A, for example, it will be only for that kedai runcit. It's not put together in one marketplace like Shopee or Lazada, showing all the online sellers.
Okay.
So, how many people are using this right now? Do you already have?
We have recently finished or complete our development, so we have it right now. So we will do the beta session soon. So the first MVP is ready.
Because previously you're part of the distribution business, so you're leveraging the customers over there. You have access to jump on this.
Yep.
Did you show them the products?
Not yet, but we have talked to them, and there is a list of merchants that already agreed to join us on the beta session.
Okay, what was the difference in terms of price point compared to StoreHub and the others?
Actually, StoreHub is very expensive. Slurp is only focused on F&B, so there is other players in the market, but this is different because we have a marketplace.
And yours is software. That means I can install it on my own phone. I don't have to get devices from you, etc.
Yeah.
Right? So
it's apps and web based.
Okay, so the really micro shops can basically use this, including the guy doing pizza goreng on the side,
food truck,
anyone.
Bazaar can.
All right, cool.
Okay. So you were saying that you've spoken to the people, they're excited about it. What are they excited most about? Is it the pricing? What are they?
Pricing is one of the factor, but then the marketplace is also our current USP, and it's available on all platforms, which is they can access through their phones, or they can use their own screen if they have already, because it can access through web browser, so it's very easy for them.
Tell me again a bit more about the virtual assistant. How did that work?
Basically,
how would they use it?
Yeah, because of most of our merchant currently there is a single and small retail shop. They are mostly pop and moms, so they have no skills, or they are not IT savvy. So it's very hard for them to learn new things. So we provide a service to help them. Basically, if let's say they restock one batch of stock, and they just snap the picture to us, and we will do for them in terms of input of the stocks and everything. So it's a service so that they don't have to hire another staff to handle the management of POS for them.
But is
Very
that a
easy.
subscription fee, or can they do it one-off whenever they need it?
It's a subscription base. Basically, they save a lot, and we have also asked them. We conduct our own survey, and basically they all very excited because this kind of service we help them, and they can save costs basically.
But you're serving a very, I mean, it's micro, but you have like nano in there, and then micro, maybe something a little bit more bigger. But the fees are one size fits all, including the assistant fee, right? So if they have a lot of things to add and not much to add, you will still, or is that starting? So
yeah.
that's the lowest.
Yeah.
Lowest is 150.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your infrastructure for payment?
We have a partner with one company. It's called LC Pay. So they will be our payment gateway.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Oda, for the pitch. All the judges, you may fill up the score now, as well as the online audiences. So now inviting to the stage, Tiger Campus.
Yes. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Josh, currently the founder at Tiger Campus. So today I would like to share my startup, global startup, which I built in my small apartment in Tokyo, Japan at 2019. So we are actually explorers of educators from emerging to developed countries with AI Copilot. And we're going to attempt to create the world's largest standardized test prep tutoring platform. So far, we've actually raised from global startup investors about 220,000 US dollars. All right, so one of the biggest problems is that even in Malaysia, teachers from developing nations also excel on the standardized exams, whether or not it's A-levels, IGCSE. But tutoring rates are just vastly different around the world, right? So if you're paying 15 US dollars in Malaysia, does it mean that it's like low quality? Does it mean that our teacher is just bad? I don't think so, right? So what we're trying to do is that we're going to take Malaysian teachers, we're going to take teachers from developing countries to developed nations, so everyone can get an amazing tutor, but not at cutthroat prices. So even you're paying 20 US dollars, let's say in the United States, you're paying 20 US dollars in Singapore, we still give you a very, very good tutor from, let's say, Malaysia for now. So the tutor market is huge, right? We're talking about 97.3 billion US dollar market global. And if you compare the United States of America, it's actually 19.1 billion US dollars. So here's our monthly revenue. Currently, every month, last month itself, we actually has one of our highest revenue number, which is about 230,000 ringgit Malaysia, 52,000 US dollars, 35% gross profit margin, 10% month-over-month growth, 50% retention curve after 6 months. As you can see, we have our revenue from Malaysia, Singapore, Japan, Dubai, Hong Kong, and the United States. And our product is very simple, globally connected, locally informed. You can find our website in the US, in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong. All you have to do is submit a request, you get a free trial, and after that, you can decide if you want to engage our tutors on a weekly basis. This is very important. I'm not going to pitch about AI. All we want to do is to avoid a transactional-based platform to scale. So what we're trying to do is we're going to keep our tutors, parents, and students on our platform by developing SaaS and AI tools, worldwide content library, or even education-focused AI chatbot. Business model is pretty simple. 35% take rate. Parents pay Tiger Campus pays teachers. Go-to-market strategy, very standard, events, online platforms, paid ads, compounding growth marketing, SEO. We're asking for $1 million US seed round, and we're going to spend on 10% operations, 30% product, and 6% of growth and distribution. So this is a team of 4 years. I myself, a second-time founder. I used to my first company was Coco Coding Club, which I co-founded in Tokyo, Japan. Exited with about 250,000 ringgit, 65,000 US dollars. Former JPA scholar.
went to one of the best universities in Japan, Tokyo Institute of Technology, together with Jonathan Lai, my co-founder, full stack AI engineer, Waterloo, Tokyo University, RECAN, and of course Joyce, who's joining us today, Imperial College London, teach from Malaysia, also like me, former JP scholar. That's pretty much it. And after this presentation, if you would like to know how we're going to take down Baiju from India, you can always ask me about that. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to my pitch. Thank you.
So the rates that you charge or people pay for the tutors and the rates you pay the tutors are all controlled and fixed?
As for now, we do have a standard rate, but we're trying to be flexible in the sense that, for example, if we're going to engage someone that is like very experienced that's in Singapore, and then asking Josh, we don't want you to pay us 50 Sing dollars an hour, right? We'll say how much you want, 80. Okay, then we'll most likely go to 100. So we make sure that we have a good margin to have a good unit of economics. So just to answer your question back, we do fix the rate, especially for new tutors. But for tutors who are more experienced, we will definitely have a negotiation going on over there.
So how do you recruit these tutors?
All right. So one of the things here at Target Campus that is very unique about us is that we're a multi-nation, multi-distribution, like multi-nation distribution and supply. So what we tend to do is that for recruiting teachers in each country itself, we will tend to go for the usual job sites. We can do like live webinars and things like that. But one thing that's very attractive for teachers is that they actually make 2 to 3 times the amount of money they make with us. So take, for example, in Malaysia itself, our tutors actually make 10,000 ringgit, 5 figures in Malaysia, right? So the fairly attractive price point of joining Target Campus is pretty high. Sometimes we don't even need to market ourselves, where our teachers would tell the other teacher and say, hey, join this Target Campus. All you have to do is sit at home, go online, and these guys will actually find you demand from overseas, right? Yeah.
Okay, I have two questions. Number one is, how do you maintain quality of the tutors?
Right.
Okay. Number two is, and this is a common problem in freelancing websites, since the delivery happens between supply and demand, how do you make sure the next engagement is not direct, on a special deal between the parent, especially if it's same country, right?
Right.
Where collection is not an issue. It's just same Malaysia.
So of course, on the second question, there's a term for that. It's called disintermediation, right? And disintermediation happens in a marketplace, especially with a homogeneous relationship between the teacher and of course the student. So that is why you tend to see marketplaces in Malaysia that provide services such as some seafood or something like that. They actually didn't do well because it's a homogeneous relationship, because there's no reason for them to stay on your platform. So in order for you to sort of curb this disintermediation, there's only 2 ways in a marketplace model. The first one is either increase your value of services over time, which we're trying to do, meaning that we're providing leads to our teachers, we're providing customer service, SaaS, and AI tools, right? So we're providing our services, increasing our value of service over time. And then the second part is that either you can, of course, reduce the margin, but we're actually on the first part, which we tend to actually increase the value of our services, even if they're on our platform itself, right? So if you speak on teachers and students, why they want to stick with us, teachers, they keep getting new students from us, because we actually act like a single window marketplace, right? So they don't want to leave because they actually get a good income from us. Now, the second part is that for students themselves, we actually do service them like a tutoring center. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with tutoring centers and tutoring platforms. They're a little bit different. Now, tutoring centers is that they tend to do after service. So let's say your teachers fall sick, right? Your teacher has nowhere to be seen. You need extra classes. We're there, and holding you on the rest of the process itself. So this is what the beauty of Target Campus is. So that actually solves this intermediation in many ways, right? So back to your first question of the quality of teachers, right? The output. And this is one of the biggest challenge of having this kind of platform, that a lot of people say it couldn't scale, right? So what we tend to do here is that we're not in the AI race, okay? We anticipated artificial intelligence 5 years ago, right? And we, on purpose, we base our business model on a human-centric model, in the sense that any AI development moving forward in the future, in the next 3 to 5 years, we benefit from them because it helps our teachers, right? So just to answer your question, in terms of quality of teachers, how we maintain them, of course, is one of them is tools. But before that, it's through usual standard, I would say, recruitment process. For example, resume screening, assessments, teaching demo, and final interviews. But also what's important at Tire Campus is that if a teacher doesn't perform very well, we actually remove them from our platform, just like a very, I would say, credible school,
So
right?
the students rate or the parents rate the teacher.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I'm just trying to remember when I sent my son for tuition. I want to forget it. But so back to that point. So they sign up for a tuition teacher. How long does that work? What's the deal? Like, so one back to that point, right? Okay, I'll sign you for 3 months. After that, I talk to you directly, lah. Right?
Right. So
But I would.
actually a lot of parents would actually tend to want to disintermediate the teachers. And just like Airbnb, people are scared to go to a stranger's house. Over here, we are also working on the notion that teachers are actually honest people. All right, just straight up honest, right? You don't really see a teacher that wants to do bad. A lot of teachers come up to us and say, Josh, we have a parent that actually wants us to leave, but we're staying with Tire Campus because we know that it's very nice to work with Tire Campus, right? So one of the things here is that because of the relationship we have to the teachers, and as we go for 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 teachers, we want to make sure that the teachers also understand what we're bringing on the table, right? And in fact, recently, because parents actually wanted to pay more for our teachers, we implemented a tipping system, right? So each month itself, you don't have to tell the teachers, hey, teach more, I'll pay you more, right? Just tell us how much you would like to pay for next month as a tip. We're just 100% it goes to the teachers. Yeah, and these are the things we implement. Yep.
What's the number one cost subject that these people are asking for?
So most likely they are standardized in terms of subject itself. Like if you're going to ask popular subjects, not curriculums or syllabus, it will be math and science, the usuals, right? But since we are focused on standardized test prep, right? So this means that why I'm able to take Malaysian teachers out and service people in Dubai and even Hong Kong and even in Japan is because it's standardized, right? Everyone takes A levels, everyone takes IGCSE just to get to overseas universities. Now, the thing here is that when you have, standardized subjects like tutors from Malaysia, it also trickles down to the Malaysian market due to the fact that we get to recruit the top talents due to the incentives that we actually give. So as you can see our revenue right now, you can actually see that, in Malaysia, there's also 26,000 US dollars of revenue. But just back to your question again, top subjects will usually be math, science, and everything. And then our top syllabus or curriculum is actually A levels. And the next part is IGCSE, mainly due to the fact that parents pay more.
Okay, so I guess, we always hear the announcements of the Malaysian students score best in the world for IGCSEs and A levels. So that's the sale, right?
Yeah.
Telling the white people in America, we love you white people too.
Right.
Learn from this Asian that scored better than white people.
Yeah, in fact,
we know how to pass it.
Yeah, in fact, in the United States, stereotypically Asians do better academically, right? So for me to sell to another parent in America, it's quite easy. I would say that this kid from, let's say, China is the math competition geek or something like that. They're most likely. I'm so sorry. This is recorded.
Live, unedited.
Right. But we do tend, even for overseas as well. Guess what? Our biggest clientele is actually Asians as well, right? Yeah. So our go-to-market strategy, for the global market is pretty much very simple. It's to target Asians first, right? And guess what? China has a lockdown, right? Everyone tells us that, just to go in China is stupid. Don't do it, Josh. You're going to spend stupid money there and then you're going to get banned.
China is awesome. A lot of people to be customers.
I'm so sorry again.
China is the best.
But it's sort of like a fact. But what we're trying to do here is that we're also targeting Chinese parents overseas as well, right? So yeah, just to add on your statement.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. All right, Judge, you may put in the scores now, and also to the live audiences, those who are watching this live stream. I mean, you may get to share your feedback and read the startup and their pitch as well. So feel free to scan the QR code or visit the link provided.
All right, now let's proceed to the next team. Inviting to the stage is Coco Jack.
Hi, my name is Syed Saleh bin Syed Sulaiman. I'm from Coco Jack. So do you know that Malaysian food import deficit increased year by year and now stand at almost 75 billion ringgit. This shows the outflow of money from our country and big loss to our citizens. So Coco Jack is an impact-driven enterprise that leverage agriculture sector to boost the social economy of targeted beneficiaries through latest agri-technologies intervention models. So I'm forced to enter farmers by my father, actually, since I'm graded, and we are established on 2021. So when we execute our training program and courses by the agency, we found that the participant actually cannot start farming because they have difficulties finding a space to grow. And also they have difficulties to find the verified data about the unutilized space, and also their lack of technical advice and also preferences to choose the correct space, means that the growable space. So they are having these difficulties and problems. So we come up with a solution called Coco Jack Digital, Coco Jack Maps, a farmland marketplace that connect farmers to unutilized landowner. Means that could be warehouse, could be store, could be abandoned land, backyards, or etc. So how we going to promote our solution? Just a 3 simple steps. You just need to be verified user, specify your land needs, and our algorithm will review the possible matches according to your needs. And you can proceed to the third step is site survey and agreement consultation on our platforms. Coco Jack Maps connecting farming space to the future growers. So how big the market size of these services? For the time, we only focuses in Malaysia and Indonesia, is already valued 10.26 billion ringgit. And for the SAM, we focus on Malaysia is 49 million ringgit. And for the SOM, we focus in 3 states, Kedah, Sembilan, and Selangor is 19 million ringgit. So how we going to make sure our business sustain is through the matching commissions and agreement consultation and also on-ground consultation to make sure that the future growers make the correct decision on finding a good growable space. So how to go to market plan, how we going to promote our services is through the partnership. We already run for 24 months, do the social impact ribbons. So we have good network with the agencies, and also we have our own training program, and we will leverage the event and exhibition after COVID-19. So this is the direct competitions. How we going to differentiate us with the competitors? We focus on on-ground consultation and agreement consultations to make sure that we protect the both parties. So we're requesting 500K to expedite our process because we see the opportunity on operation, tech team, infra, and also administrations. So this is 3 passionate guys who love to contribute to solve the food security issues. That's it for us, Coco Jack. Bye.
Sorry, can I see that slide, the comparison slide?
Okay. Okay.
What's the two-way protection? No?
Two-way protection because we provide the agreement consultation. It means that we have our law firm that do the agreement for both party, the landowners and also the future growers. So technically we have all the agreements that protects both sides mutual benefits. So let's say they find the land by themselves, they might draw their own agreements which not cover both of the items. So when we appoint one law firms or our partners, they will try to cover as much as possible benefit of both parties. This is two-way protection.
Tell me again how you make money, because it was a monthly subscription. So do the farmers pay the landowners directly, or it goes through escrow to you? They pay one-off, they pay all the time. How does it work?
Okay, so we're going to charge the land that we match is 20 ringgit per hectare for the next 24 months. They can pay lump sum or they can pay monthly. This we're going to charge to the tenants. Yeah.
So the minimum contract to rent the land is always 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay, and then you take 20 ringgit per hectare per month.
Per month.
Okay, and that has to be agreed upon with both sides. Or
Yeah.
will they charge on top of it, or it comes from that amount?
Sorry?
So if the landowner, does the landowner know how much it's worth? So how did they price how much is it to rent the land? Who gives that advice of
Okay,
how much is the
so
land?
we provide advice to the landowner. Is let's say you plan your land in Klang Valley, the rental could be 500 ringgit per acre. It's around 1,500 ringgit per hectare. So we provide the rates. So it means that if the rate is higher, it's not good for the global space because you will incur more costs on that. So we provide the rates to the landowner and we just top up 20 ringgit on the rates. Yeah.
So if I have land and it's already owned by me, can I have the option to say I want to do profit sharing with the farmer instead of charging them rent?
Yeah. Okay. So based on our experience running the social impact enterprise, we do the terms called social farms. Social farm means that the landowner have the ownerships. They do the profit sharings instead of they have a rent amount. They can have a percentage based models to share the profit sharing with the future growers. Yeah.
Have you launched this? Do you already have success cases of matching landowner with farmers?
I already launched this manually, means that I do the offline.
Okay.
Okay, offline we have the around 15 future farmers that I do manual match, not through the platforms. Okay, yeah.
So the second thing is, as you know, a lot of this agricultural land, sometimes it suits some crops, doesn't do some crops, right?
Yeah.
So do you all provide the expertise when a landowner wants to farm out their land to test the soil and say, okay, this one can only do coconut, can only do banana, can do chilies, all right? Do you all do that?
Okay, that's why we provide the on-ground consultations. Means that if, let's say, you want to plant some things in this place, so this place actually are not suitable, maybe based on our on-ground site visit by our local partners. So we do, let's say you want to use conventional technique, you plant on soil. So we're going to provide the consultation on soil sample, pH and everything. So based on the result, we're going to propose you that might be the crops that you're going to plant is not suitable. So based on the place that you choose. And after that, if let's say you want to plant it at that place, we're going to provide that you need to use this certain amount of treatments to the lands. This is the on-ground consultations.
But that's only if the farmer wants to engage you, right? That's not by default. So what I'm trying to figure out is, are you listing like, okay, I'm listing like 20 list of lands available, like different sizes. This one is category A, this, chili, blah, blah, blah. This one can do timun, this one can do kacang panjang kind of thing. So that me as a farmer, I just want to farm, right? So I know, oh, I like kacang panjang, so I want to go for this piece of land because it's best for, you know, that, right?
Okay. Okay, that's why, sir, when you proceed to your listing, your lands, we provide the details that the owner, we do the observations, means that around the area, what is the crops planted, means that it's palms, so that we put the palms, so we know that the area is covered by the certain crops. So based on the consultation and also the algorithm, we will suggest that maybe in the palms, you are not suitable to do the coconuts because it will affect the productions. So this is the on-ground consultation that we provide freely because based on the information that get put by the owner, the listing.
So the minimum engagement period of the landowner is 24 months.
Yeah, 24 months. After that, you can renew the contract. Yeah.
I don't know the ROI of the farmer, right?
Yeah.
That's the farmer,
So, because it's nature, right? Sometimes if it doesn't grow because there's a drought, it's very hot right now. I mean, how do you ensure collection? Okay, or it didn't grow. How are you ensuring that you'll be able to collect your money in 24 months? What's the payment like? What's the things can happen, right?
Yeah, that's why for us to choose the land, the space that we're going to list to the system is first we ask the landowner to do observation. Means that if the land near to the river, near to the pond, near to the well, you can list out the details there. The second one is, let's say the upcoming few months there will be El Nino, some things, right? So what we're going to try to do is we suggest the future growers to take the on-ground consultations because with the on-ground consultation we're going to provide the way how you're going to tackle this problem in futures.
Did you take the risk of that advice in case they say, hey, you told me you can grow freaking coconuts. Coconuts didn't grow any coconuts.
That's why the model is we put the contract 24 months first because
Coconuts grow in 36 months.
yeah, coconut is more than 24 months. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Jack.
Thank you. Yes. Bye.
All right, thank you very much, Coco Jack. Judges, you may fill up the scoring form, as well as the live audiences as well. I would like to remind that you get to share your feedback and rate the startup and your pitch as well. So you may just like scan the QR code to vote or visit the link provided. So I would like to make an announcement for all the physical attendees. So you get given a name tag and there's a clicker, right? The one that actually attach your card or tag to your shirt or whatsoever. So you need to return this back before you go back, but you can
For sustainable reasons.
for sustainable reasons. But you can bring back this one. Done? Okay. All right, so inviting the next team, which is turned out to be the last one of the day. So, Chiffy, come to the stage.
Thanks, Rafiq. Yep. Hi, everyone. Oh, I should. Yep. My name is Noor. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Trippy. So I want you to imagine like you are trying to plan your next trip, okay? So you have like to go to tens of websites, spending tens of hours, like need to keep track of all of your bookings, all of your notes and everything in one place. And believe me, it's like you are not alone in this. So many people like finding this is like tedious process. Most of people like prefer like to have a one place where they can like do everything in at once. So here we come to be. So we are taking all of the hassle, building all in one customizable and personalization trip planner for you. So where you can like take all the hassle out and you can focus on enjoying your trip. So it's as easy as like select your destination. We are going to give you like the best attraction in that destination. You can pick some of them, and then it's as easy as drag and drop them into your calendar. And from here, we are going to give you like the to-do list, which for each attraction you have selected, we are going to give you like whether you need a ticket, hotels, if you are traveling from one country to another, maybe you need visa or something else. So we all know how huge and the travel market is. In 2019, we are talking about like 2.4 billion international travelers. We are focusing on the international travelers coming to Malaysia. Our business model is like straightforward and simple. We are taking 10% commission out of each transaction happen on our website. Right now, our plan to going to market, we are planning to go like ranking top 10 in SEO on Google, growing our email list, targeting social media, and partnering with social media influencers. Right now, we have like a couple of competitors, but none of them is like providing this the collaboration and customizability while you are planning your trip. Right now, the roadmap of us, like last 2 quarters, we have launched our website. We have built a solution to allow us like to expand to new destination within hours. Right now, we are focusing on going to market strategy, building our recommender system, and introducing our mobile solution, and then hitting our target customers. Our team. So with 10 years of experience like myself, taking care of all the tech things, and my creative partner Esther is like doing all the UI UX stuff. Right now we are asking for 250K for spending on marketing, hiring, and technology. Thank you.
So budgeting is interesting.
Yeah.
But my question is, if this is successful, how defensible it is, right?
Yeah.
I think that's one. Number 2 is, where you get your data points on budgeting for a holiday? Is it based on the different, are you curating holidays? So for example, if I want to go to Jordan or Egypt, okay, what's the recommended? You have, okay, you have a budget for 3,000 per person, 5,000 or 8,000 per person. And then you can tell me I can do all of this during this period of the year. And if I want to do it during winter, I have to pay so much. Is that how you all are envisioning?
Yeah, exactly. So the differentiation between us and our competitors bring all of the data is like they bring it like from Google or whatsoever. So what we are trying right now, we are focusing going from small market and growing. So right now we are creating the data for a specific, let's say, location, and out from there we are going like expanding. So we are not doing the opposite. So right now, when we are focusing on Malaysia, we are creating the data, giving you data. It's not on Google, let's say. So you can find like the best places, hidden gems, the budgets, what you need to go when you go to there. Because sometimes let's say you are planning to go like to somewhere, because here in Malaysia, some people came, they don't know, they need umbrella. So yeah, so because yeah, so that's what we are going to do. So we are building the data or creating data from inside Malaysia, and then every time we add a new destination or like a new market, we are doing the same until we are growing to have like this market. Yeah.
Yeah. So how much effort is that for going to each market? It will be like how long it took you for Malaysia will be the same
Yeah.
duration?
So adding the data, it's going to be like hours for us. So I'm building solutions to make it like, let's say, not minimal, semi-minimal. So getting all the data, grouping them together, combining them, then giving like someone like a hand this like easy way. Okay, just put this data, and we are going to accumulate this for you. So we are trying to make it like simple. So let's say for Malaysia, if we have someone working on it, it will be 1 week, maximum to 2 weeks to have everything there.
So for the MVP, has anyone actually used it, paid so far?
Yeah, actually, let me show you this. Sorry. Yeah, so last month actually we started like our go-to-market plan. Okay, so right now we have like without no marketing on paying any single ringgit, we have like around 10K impression on Google organic search. We are people coming to our website organically. We run like small example or experiment on Facebook as ad. We spend only 100 ringgit and we get like around 7K reach and 2K visitors. And this week only we get around like 200 euro commissions out of this booking. Yeah. So we spend 100 ringgit and we get around 200 euro.
Right. And I guess when people come to the site, the first thing what people do is like they tell you how long, they tell you their budget. Is that how it works? How's the
Yeah. So actually, the one I shared right now is like you have to build YouTube. Okay. So when I said I'm going to build my recommender system, so you came to my website, give me your budget, what is your preferences, what do you like to do there, and I will give you like with one click, I will give you the itinerary. Okay. So this is how it's for. So yeah. So you need to give me your preferences, and I'll give you the itinerary.
So you can cover everything from hotels to flights also?
Exactly. And also this is one extra advantage for us. When we start from this market, we can have like unique partnership with, entities that other cannot do because we are starting from Malaysia. So we can like partner with local entities. Yeah.
Okay. Does this compete with someone going to Airbnb experiences to just find what's that secret hidden gem here? Those customized tours, etc. Would you have something to rival that?
Sorry,
let's say I'm going to Sarawak and I want to go visit some of the tribal villages there.
Yeah.
So Airbnb experiences has those kind of off the beaten trail kind of trips. So how would you curate that? You're going to look for all these vendors and put them on the site?
Actually, right now that's what we are doing. That's why we focus, let's say, on Sarawak. Okay, we go search and ask people from Sarawak what is the hidden gems, what I need to do this, and then we are putting the data there. So at the beginning, it's going to be like some effort. Then it will be like I don't think need to do this every time. It's just like one-time thing to do and keep updating the data. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Done. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Shrifi. So now the judges may fill up the form. Okay, so now I'm inviting Mr. Vikesh to go upstage and do the voting.
Closing. Are we doing now? Yeah, so while we deliberate, at least the crowd favorite, so please key in your votes. I'll just say a few words and I want to hear some few words from the judges. So, fantastic job, everyone. I think it started off a little bit like, Google, oh my god, so many people, and you were like, bit more full feet, and then it kind of warmed it, and everyone did well. Amazing job. So, round of applause for all of you for being here. Really like the products, but you heard from me so many times, so maybe I'll say a few words at the end, but I want to go on to the judges to stay with this. Frida, you just got first foray into a demo day. So, what is your observations and what you like and dislike?
No, it's a great job, and especially the first video I was pressure being the first person. So, but I always admire everyone who's just out there trying to be an entrepreneur, because that's work, right? Because it's so easy, right? Because I always ask questions. I haven't done what you've done, so just applause to everyone. It's great stuff. And then having to do the business and then having to try to sell your business, just around the coast of the
Someone who's done it before, been up here. How's it?
Well, very nice to see this again and again. And I think well done, all of you guys who pitched. I love some of these ideas a lot. I think we can even collaborate. I have 15,000 families. I really encourage the schools to prepare one tutoring. But otherwise, I mean, because I understand the struggle. I've been there, still am there, still struggling, bigger struggles as we go. But one thing that my mentor did tell me he always tells me this when I'm panicking and stuff. Entrepreneurship is a marathon. While I think you must have big ambitions and try to reach these milestones, don't kill yourself in the process. Always try to reach out. Don't extract the work's great leaders. Don't give up and go somewhere else. One thing I should tell you, the first time we reached him, he didn't invest. And like I tell you, when I first pitched my idea, because it's a regulated space, no one wanted to invest. And if I can be very honest in this room, I'm just dreaming. Everyone said you will fail, Technicolor will never allow you to do that. X will kill you. And then of course the usual thing is coming, you're Indian when you can. I've also got, I mean, it's very common. I mean, I do have sugar. I mean, they say, oh, if you're Chinese, you're Chinese. There's an entrepreneur, you speak to everyone, you say, you ask when the entrepreneur, say, who said government is going to give you money? It's as hard for me to get from government as it is. So always hustle, at the same time remember it's something I keep reminding myself.
Well, that's it. Don't you want to bash anyone else online? Like, feel free. Come on down. Yeah. So when he first pitched his idea, I mean, we liked the concept, but he was so stressing on one specific angle, right? The health of kids and all. And we didn't believe that, lah. But that's something we do, right? We put our money where our mouth is. So we didn't like it back then. We didn't invest. Also, he was asking for some ridiculous equity. So we didn't agree on that. Don't forget that part. But then fast forward, like, a couple of year plus later, and then he was fundraising again. We went in, we put in more money than we ever did. I think you got the most we ever put into a deal. We got lesser money than the original negotiation, But we still did it. And then we brought in amazing people like Suresh on board. And now they're raising like ridiculous amounts, like $2 million US. 2 years later, he's worth more than 60 million ringgit already. So kudos to you. Well done. But this is what can happen in 2 years, right? Right guidance, right mindset, right mentors, right access, right funding. You can all become the Verkels. And I guess this will be the next unicorn in this country. He's on track for that. So if we even care about unicorns, that is. So to all of you guys again, and girls, right? Amazing job, well done. You've seen the process. Don't just think that if you don't get money today, it's the end of the road. He is living testament that it doesn't matter if we give you the money or not. If you think your customer base needs your solution, your implementation is the right way, keep at that. Prove us wrong. We love being proved wrong. We've done it more than once, giving somebody who we said, nah, it's not going to go that far. Keep at it. If you're passionate enough, the market will basically reciprocate to you. I was looking at the feedback from the people. It's fantastic. Thank you everyone here and online that's been giving some amazing feedback. I will share the nice ones with the teams. There's a lot of nice stuff they were saying, a lot of ideas how you can improve. Like even he was saying how you could work with some of you. So without further ado, shall we announce the crowd favorite? Do we have a graphic? No? Okay. All right. So the winner of the crowd, does anyone know who won? Can you guess? Who do you want to win?
I need to shout out your name. Shout out the names.
Yeah, you'll just shout your own damn name, so no point. So, crowd favorite goes to MoniSetting. No, you don't need to come here, shake my hand, take a photo. Forget that. It's not a government event. We don't believe in all that. But we got an eye on you. Thank you for that. So with that, we're done. So thank you so much for spending time with us. We have dinner served where?
Outside here, so we'll take a group photo before we.
Oh, that part we government-like. Okay, so we'll take a nice big government-like photo with everyone, and then we'll adjourn for food outside there. Stay back, network with us, talk to us. I think there's some people who write checks in this room. You will love to basically be in touch with them. And, thank you again for showing up. Well done, everyone. Oh, yeah, thank you, people online. You may now disconnect unless you want to come here and take a group shot. Hey, Ken, turn on camera. No, they are one way. Sorry, bye-bye.
Are we taking the photos?
Yeah, we can end this, right?
Yeah, we can do another one, but I will close this first.